he's so big, I wish he'd come to me. Come here, buddy. He's getting pollen. Oh. He's busy working. Oh. He's so pretty. The blues. Look at that blue. Oh my God, it's gorgeous. Damn, that's a fat ass bee. Damn, Shamu. You're supposed to be a bee, not a whale. Hey, y'all. Y'all see how many bugs are on this thing? There's just butterflies everywhere. I don't know what this is, but if you like bugs and butterflies, that is one of the most beautiful butterflies I've ever seen. The blues and the yellows. It just reminds me so much of myself. Oh, what the hell? Damn, partner, you have a rough night? He just come out of nowhere. Hey, y'all, I'm gonna do open chat. But look at all this wildlife. I can't help it. I have ADHD. They're so cute. I wish that I could I don't want to have like a caterpillar farm, but like, I wish I had a garden where I could just look at them fly around every day. It's gorgeous. Look, and they're even sharing together. Can't see nothing. I wonder where he carries that back to. I wonder how far he has to go. And imagine being that tiny. I mean, everything's going to take you longer. I can't believe they're letting me just stand here like this. All right, this stone's hot on my feet. Ow. Y'all, I had the best nachos. Did y'all see my nachos? They were delicious. They'd be better warmed up with some cheese on top. It's a beautiful day. Let's see here. Hey, y'all. Hey, Amy. Kevin, hello. Ken. I'm making it, Blake. I hope you're having a nice Saturday. Craig, Jade, nice to see y'all again. I'm sorry I haven't been chat. Hey, Maria. Jennifer. Hello, Butterfly Alexis. Hello, Misbehaving. I hope y'all are having a great Saturday. I'm about to set my butt right there. And I'm probably going to be kind of indisposed because of the angle of the camera. Look at all the geese. I'm just loving it. The river's still muddy because it's been raining. It rained last night. It rained like hell. And then it rained yesterday. Or day before yesterday. And then the day before that too. It's just raining. I think so. I think it rained Wednesday. It's been raining like every night at night. It just like downpours for like an hour, maybe 30 minutes. And then it stops. And that's why that river is muddy like that. Because it kicks up all the settlement. I wish I could get in the water with the damn geese. She swims with geese. Oh my God. Y'all. Let's see here. So anything that gives me anxiety, I'm just going to block it because I ain't got time. I'm in a great mood today. And, you know, we're all supposed to be adults here. If you don't know how to act like an adult, it is surely not my damn job to teach you. And I literally don't have time. The reason the chat's been off is because people stress me out. Okay? I'm trying to come here, live my life, stay in a positive mood, laugh and hee-haw about stupid shit, important shit, shit that matters, shit that don't matter. You know? It's kind of hard to do that when people are just negative. Oh, the goose poop, bro. Look, it's everywhere. I stepped in this one last week. It's still over here. I did. I was walking right there and stepped in that one. And oh, that's not it. My footprint was in it. You can see my 3 little toes. I'm just being honest. Shit happens. I can't help it. Literally, it wasn't even my fault. What are you so mad about? Is that a mating call? There's one yapping back. Yeah, no, I made sure to get an area that didn't have any goose poop. I got my drink, lemons. Sorry, drink with my lemons. More drink. All my personal effects over here. You know, if I ever get robbed, it's my own damn fault. Okay? Agreed. Agreed. It'd be my fault. I know. Maria, how are you doing? How are you feeling? Oh, shit, kicker. That is funny. Geese can be mean. Yeah, I've seen them. You didn't spell my name right. Me too. I do love the nature. It's my favorite place to be, is outside around animals that I know aren't going to hurt me. Ain't that crazy? I'm being legitimate right now. Even when that big ass Sasquatch of a bobcat ran up my truck that night, I don't know what that was. First of all, I was sleeping in my car because I used to live in my car full time. Now I don't. Now I live on the streets. But anyways, YouTube doesn't pay that well, so as it turns out. Anyways, I was in the woods and it was dark, and I heard something hit the hood of the truck. It pushed the truck to the ground, and then it fell in the tailgate of the truck. But it was moving so fast that when I think that it was moving so fast that when it dropped into the tailgate, it actually slid to the back of the tailgate and like hit the back tailgate. It was crazy. Whatever it was big enough to move my huge ass truck, and that was a big truck. I don't know what it was, but it was big enough. I wish that there was a way to slow this stuff down. Oh, and I can do this too. I think that it was either a fat raccoon or a bobcat. And even then, I mean, I was kind of scared then. But usually when I'm out here by myself and I'm sitting out here with the animals and stuff, I'm not scared at all. I know they're not going to hurt me. Hey, Doc. Craig, hello. The water's not always brown, no. Hello, Angie. You know, surgery on August. Oh, I hope your surgery goes well, Maria. August ain't too far away, but we'll be here before you know it. I'm well. I'm going to lay here and burn. I'm going to lay here and burn in the sun. Sure am. Which way is it? Right. I need to turn my ass around then. Oh, it's hot, y'all. It really is, but it's okay. I might actually turn over. Hey, there was a spider on my foot. Ew. Put all this stuff up. I might have to set you up on that. Hey, it's a beautiful day. I haven't been smoking, and actually when I hit it, it hurts, so I need to put it down because I have on a nicotine patch and I've been doing really good. It's hard to quit smoking. I want to. I've been out here. Yeah, that Cherokee Indian will down. I'll give you a tan. I need that drink over there. I need that drink over there. Oh, I'm getting up. Damn it. I also want to move the camera back so you can see me more. Oh, where's the damn ammo? Oh shit, I don't think I've ever been able to do that. Y'all, I feel so bloated like a damn whale. Oh, I wonder how long I'm gonna feel like this. Probably another 7 days. Sucks. Caffeine's the only thing. I mean, I literally have to just like drink caffeine just to get places, you know? It's crazy. It's exhausting. I do though. Wake up, eat a few 100 milligrams caffeine. Lunchtime, drinking another coffee. 2 p.m., have another 200 milligrams caffeine. Just to survive. I ain't got the damn energy. And like, even when... Is this still on? Y'all, are you still watching this? What the hell? It's been 11 minutes, that's it? Lord, y'all ain't gonna believe this. How do I even explain this? I was just on this live because this phone blacked out. So we're at the park. I'm laying out. We're enjoying ourselves. We got the whole place to ourselves. Let me shut up. Got the park rangers up there, so if I get kidnapped, they can come help me. Maybe. I would hope. We got the geese down here chilling. Y'all, so I was on live with y'all, and I sat down just to talk to you guys, and all of a sudden, my phone just blacks out. It says heat temperature warning. You know, if you're an iPhone holder, you know that those glass phones just kick the bucket. And that's what happened. And then I jumped on this one, and I just paid this phone bill. Just paid this phone bill 2 days ago. Verizon Wireless. It's Galaxy. I done dropped it and everything. Shut up. Shush. Let me see your phone. You got games on your phone? You got porn on your phone? So anyways, I get on this phone, and then this phone is acting up. So I get off of that one, and I go to pick this phone up, and you're on live. Like, it cut back on. What the hell? I swear, it don't make no sense. These phone problems. Man, it's 2025. Something's going to happen, y'all. The grid's going to go down. We're all not going to be able to get in touch with each other for a week at some point in this nation. I think it'd take probably about a week to get everybody back in contact with each other if, like, cell service went missing or something. I don't even know what could happen. I know that the Trump administration put out a warning last week or week before last stating that they were worried about power grid failures. It's like they were trying to get us prepared for a power grid failure. There we go. Seriously though, it was the Trump administration. They said that the infrastructure is shit and that there could be blackouts across the country in years to come. It's like they're trying to prepare us for the grid going down. I wonder what that would do. I mean, you know how people act when it's a natural disaster. I mean, think about, though, everybody not being able to get in contact with their loved ones and not being able to check on people you love. It'll definitely cause a panic. Even, like, power outages, much less, like, both of them, cell service and power. It would cause people to lose their shit. It'd be too much for the masses. All right, let's go back over there, but I'm going to have to keep you in the sunshine or you're going to get hot. And I was thinking, hello, and I'm so sorry that my phone is crazy. It's probably because the owner is. I did start a new stream. Thank you. I did. This phone went black because it's too hot. And so I started a new stream. And then that stream wouldn't work because my phone's not getting service even though I just paid the bill 2 days ago. And it's Verizon. So then I had to cut that one off. And I go to pick this up. And it cuts back on and it's still on live. Cannot make this stuff up. I don't even understand anymore, you guys. I'm like, oh, I gotta go, bye. As soon as I notice the phone's messing up, I'm like, gotta go, bye. I'm not mad at you. I'm mad at the fact that I pay so much money to them, be able to try to make more money because this is how I have to generate income. Oh, and my phones never work. You know, it's frustrating to pay for something and your phones never work. Y'all, I see an animal. Oh, it's a crane. He just chilling. He's strutting along. Strutting his stuff. Oh, yeah. I think it's my kidneys that act up, you guys. I really do. I think it's from all the caffeine. One of my followers said that. He's like, you think it's maybe from all those energy packets you drank? And I was like, yeah, probably. You're probably right. You know, before I did the energy packets, I did Excedrin for 10 years. And sometimes there was days where I'd pop 6 Excedrin. First of all, I just want to be clear that that's like 400 milligrams of caffeine approximately. And also it's got acetaminophen in it, which is Tylenol, which is horrible for your liver and kidneys. I was addicted to those the entire time I was a dancer. And so I consumed mass amounts of caffeine, and so I always have, just to keep going. It's probably a horrible addiction, but what am I supposed to do? I'm almost 40 years old. If I don't drink as much caffeine as I will, or as I do, then I'm going to end up laying down in the street and dying, because it's only the caffeine that's getting me through this bullshit, if I'm being honest. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes it's such a struggle. It's an internal struggle. You ever have things that, like, you know you're doing bad, but you have to do them in order to survive? Yeah, caffeine is one of those things, you know, or it's my main thing. And nicotine and caffeine. Every time I smoke, my throat hurts, I get headaches, my back hurts. That nicotine that is in those vapes is absolutely poison to the bloodstream. I feel it in my body when I smoke it. But here's the alternative, prison. Because I'm here to tell you, and that's another thing. Somebody said on my post the other day, they were like, let me see if I can just stand in the sun. I'll block your head. Somebody said, remember when I was going to go to the gym the other day and I didn't have my nicotine patch and I said my whole day was messed up? Well, some lady who clearly is not a smoker jumped in my comment section saying, oh, that's ridiculous that you need a nicotine patch to go to the gym. Da, 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 da. First of all, Karen, I know you grew up with loving parents that didn't give you secondhand smoke, but I started smoking as an infant. This was not a choice. I was nicotine withdrawing in elementary school, honey. Having behavioral problems because I was having so much nicotine exposure at home. I would go to school and show my ass because I was going through withdrawals in kindergarten. I've always been a smoker. It's not a choice. My parents smoked, and they smoked so much that everything was saturated in nicotine in the house. Not to mention me and my siblings were breathing that shit in from birth to when my mother died. The fact that studies show that secondhand smoke is worse for you than firsthand smoke, and people still choose to smoke in their home, in my opinion, that is neglect. And actually, I'm sure there's probably a study that'll show that children who come from smoker homes disproportionately have lower grades and more behavioral problems in school. Let me tell you why. Because they're going through nicotine withdrawals trying to learn. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. My parents doomed me from the start by exposing me to the nicotine. It's not, and I'm not, I remember smoking cigarettes, stealing my parents' cigarettes so that I would have access to nicotine, and then I started buying my own cigarettes when I got my first job, and then my parents caught me with some cigarettes and they were pissed, and they were such hypocrites. They sat there and both chain smoked the whole time they were cussing me out. And I've never been able to quit. I've tried. Even when I was in prison, I was buying cigarettes. Go down there and smoke on the yard. We wasn't allowed. Well, the first time I went to prison, we could, and then the second time we couldn't. And it was under certain circumstances, and also for religious reasons, we could smoke once a week at, like, tribal. But anyways, I want to quit smoking, but people really show how insensitive they are when they jump into my comment section. And it's like, wait a second, I didn't pick this. This was placed upon me as an infant. And it majorly disrupted my learning, my life, my environment, and then it's affected my health as an adult. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's a good idea, Summer B. So the vapes, I switched to the vapes. And honestly, you guys, I don't think they're much better. The only upside to the vape is that you don't smell like nicotine. Other than that, in my opinion, there'll probably be lawsuits on these things in years to come. Be one of them commercials, damn lunchtime, talking about some, did you smoke Views pods between the year of 2016 to 2026? You may be entitled to compensation if you have asthma, sleep apnea, COPD. Like, seriously, I'm not joking. Swear to God. When you see that commercial, die out laughing in remembrance of me saying this. Because I'm telling you, this stuff right here, I can feel my body ache when I smoke it. It literally gives me like, it makes, I don't know why it would cause, maybe it's a tension headache that's causing my back hurt. All I know is when I smoke this thing, day in and day out, I'll have a headache every day that causes my back and my shoulders to hurt. And not only that, I just feel this overwhelming sense of like fatigue and heavier. And this stuff is synthetic. We don't know what's in this. We don't really know what it's made of. And we don't know if we should be smoking it. Probably not. I mean, you know, people get popcorn lungs and all kinds of respiratory infections from these things. So clearly, if, you know, it causes problems. It does. I want to quit one day. I really do. Yeah, it's a struggle, Maria. And I'm at a point too where it's embarrassing for me. Like if I'm out with like friends or something like that, and yeah, and I need nicotine, I'm embarrassed to kind of step away and smoke, and then I'm looking to see who sees me smoking. My mom never smoked in front of her dad, which was crazy. My pops was a really good man. It was my mom's dad, and she would never, my mother would never smoke in front of him. So she clearly was embarrassed, and she knew he didn't like it. And I'm pretty sure he knew that she smoked because you can smell it. But he hated cigarettes, and he didn't want his daughters to smoke, and both of them ended up smoking. Ain't that crazy? But she would, you know, and now I'm like my mom. I don't want people to see me smoking. Even my vape, I'm embarrassed to carry it. It just looks trashy. I mean, it does, okay? We all see the women running through the Walmart parking lot sucking on their vapes like a toddler with a passy. It looks bad. It's not a good look. It's unattractive, okay? To each their own. Beauty is subjective. Um, but in my opinion, when you're out and you're sucking on this thing, it's unattractive, you know? It sucks. It really does. Yeah, Chris, it definitely hits different. Chris Turner, the vapes hit way different than cigarettes. The Zen pouches, I've never tried those, Cody. I've never tried those. I've seen them. Or no, I have tried those. The ones that you can shove in your gum that have a pouch. Yeah, the pouch. Yeah, I have tried those, but I don't know if I want to walk around dipping either. Smoke cigarettes, that's hot. That reminds me of I do, Jay. It's at the top of my page handle. At the top of my page, you'll have to click on description and it'll drop down. Let's see here. I like my women a little on the Confederate Railroad. You ever heard that song? I like my women a little on the trashy side. Such a good, funny song. It's about this high school kid that hooks up with this waitress from the diner, and she's a woman, and she goes to prom with him, and he brings her home to introduce her to his parents, and they're like, "Son, what are you doing? That's a grown woman." And she's trashy as hell, like she's super trashy. And the boy goes, the son says, "I know, Dad, ain't she cool?" It's so funny to me. I don't know why. It's still to this day. I mean, it's just, oh, comic genius. It's so funny. Zen is great. What is Zen? Hey, Truther, 73. I don't know if I know what Zen is, y'all. I thought you were talking about the Zen patches. Y'all, I think those gummy feel better. I'm gonna try to like, I gotta keep you in the shade, otherwise you're gonna end up dead again. Girl, I looked over, you was on the ground, face down. I said, what the hell she done did? You had overheated. You did, you sure did. I said, Lord. And then, listen to this. When you woke up, I gave you a sip of my drink. And when I took it back, I smelled your breath on my straw. I'm joking. But you know how you give a kid a drink and you're like, yeah, you can have a sip. And then they backwashing your shit. You're like, here, just go ahead and take that. That's your drink now. You can have that. My mom used to get so mad at my brothers because they would backwash in her drink. I mean, it would set her off. She'd be like, no, you can't have my drink. No. Get your nasty lips off my drink. No, it was funny though. Oh, I ain't had any all week because I live in a depressing hell. Yeah, I live in hell. So I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna just one earphone, please. Just one. Just one. Silly. Indica vapes. No, I haven't. I don't think so. Maybe back in the day. Y'all, my gut's hanging out. Please ignore it. Oh, Brett's for real. Okay, listen. To each their own. To each their own. I know back in like the 1950s, it was the whole thing, you know, it was all sexy and mysterious, and women smoked with long cigarette holders. You know, I could see it. I could see it. God bless you, Jay. I hope you're having a great Saturday. Hey, is that Darwin? Dallin? Dallin. That's my final answer, Alex. Dallin? Hello. Oh no, I'm telling you, kids are the worst, man. You gotta make sure they got an empty mouth before you hand them your drink. Because if you don't, whatever they had in their mouth is gonna be in your drink when they done. It's just how kids are, man. And I think it's like a specific age. It's usually, you know, like before they're like 12 or maybe 10. By that age, you can kind of rope it in a little more. But when they're like 4, they ain't got no control. You know, French fries at McDonald's gonna be in your Coca-Cola, man. Oh. Damn, that's good, y'all. All I put in there was ice, water, lemon, and a half of a salt pack. Damn, all it's missing is some tequila or rum. I want tequila, little time with you. A little lemon and some salt will do. Damn, I should have made 2 of those. It's damn good. It's damn good. That's it right there. That's the one, boy. Oh, I'm gonna try to get my legs, okay? Oh, don't. You know what? This little thing right here used to bother me when I was a kid. And now it's bothering me as an adult. It could just be my body dysmorphia, or it could be that none of my clothes fit right. Either they're too big or too little. Oh, yeah. Oh, thank you, cowgirl. I hope you're having a wonderful Saturday. What are y'all doing this Saturday? Hey, Brooke. That part of your arm, I know, is it my boob or is it my arm fat? Is it armpit fat or is that boob? Or is that like my chest fat? What is it? Yeah, Dawn, I wanted to do an open chat and say hello to y'all today. Since we're hanging out in the sun, I hope that my phone doesn't overheat. Hello, Steven. Hello. Is that Savia too loud? Hello. Y'all, there's ants. Shit. Man, why am I always I just don't even look before I sit down somewhere. I'd be acting like this is a leather sofa in a mansion. Seriously, I didn't even look. And there's ants everywhere. It's all right. I got bit on the face by one like a few weeks ago, and it took a month to heal. My legs is getting tan. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, that's what I want. I got my shorts all the way jacket. Y'all see how white I am? Oh my God. Oh my God. Are you for real? Oh my God. Here, you want to wear these because you might need them. You might need these. How do we go from porcelain princess to, and that's my side, by the way, that's not my ass. How do we go from porcelain princess to candy corn? Y'all see that tan line? It's horrible. God, it's an embarrassment to nature. Oh God, that's crazy. Bye, Desert Holly. Oh, double shift. Don't work too hard. An ant gave me an STD. I'm doing well, Stephen. Your messages are not blocked. Why does everybody keep saying that? God, I don't know what's going on, but everybody's been jumping in the comments saying their messages are blocked. Your messages are not blocked, y'all. Sometimes the comments are off to where you can't comment, but you're not blocked. If you're blocked, you wouldn't be able to even see my page. Oh, my whole body looks like a candy corn, Trisha. I am the definition of a candy corn. The tops of my feet are the tip, white part. It's crazy. Las Vegas, viva Las Vegas. So, crazy story. This one time I went to California for 10 days, and I met this crazy girl, and she was a stripper in Los Angeles, or Las Vegas, and she was like, come work with me in Vegas, da-da-da-da. I did not, first of all, that girl was crazy, okay? And I was like, no, I'm not driving to Vegas with you. It was like 4 hours from LA. And I had a flight to catch the next morning. And she's like, oh, I'll have you back by in the morning. I was like, no, thank you. So she was a porn star, which is how I knew her. I met her through the agency, right? I never did porn, but I flew out to California to interview with different porn companies back in like 2014. And so I met her through the agency, right? They had us all in this like model house, right? And I ended up leaving the model house. I decided not to sign a contract and do any porn, right? So I leave the model house, and I stayed in a hotel until I had my flight out of there. And she ironically ends up staying in the same place, right? And so we were smoking weed together because you can get it there. And my Uber driver had took me to a dispensary. And one thing led to another. She was like, do you want to go to this party downtown LA? And I was like, sure, I can go. And I had all these cute evening dresses from like Miami, because I'd been in Miami previously. So I had these cute cocktail dresses and stuff. So we actually went out, and we went to Capitol Records and this really cool nightclub. We were right beside Capitol Records. You could see like the tower. The nightclub was right there. We met so many cool people, smoked a lot of weed, drank, had a good time. And then that's when she was like, you should come to Las Vegas. I was like, girl, you are crazy. I am not riding with you anywhere, first of all. Second of all, much less 4 hours away. And I've got a flight tomorrow. Y'all, I had so much weed. They give you so much weed at the dispensary in California. It's crazy. I bought 2 separate grams, right? Something like Northern Lights and White Widow or some classic strands, right? And they were these medicine bottles. First of all, back then, I do believe you were supposed to have some sort of card. My Uber driver, I was leaving Colorado, and I went to LAX. The Uber driver picks me up, and he's like, do you smoke? I said, yeah, why? He's like, you want to stop by the dispensary? And I was like, well, I don't have a card, da-da-da-da-da. And he's like, oh, I know somebody. It's cool. They'll just buzz you right in. Just tell them that I was your Uber driver. It's like, all right. So I go up there. I pick out 2 strands, a gram of each. And I don't remember how much it was. Maybe, I want to say it was less than $20, but I could be wrong. And they filled these medicine bottles up. They look like pain pill bottles or Advil bottles or any kind of bottles like that, medicine bottles. You squeeze on the sides and the tops pop open. And they filled them things all the way to the top. And I swear to God, if it was $20, you know what I mean? I felt like it was cheaper than that back then. But anyways, I had so much weed. I had to give it away at the hotel. I was like passing it out to random strangers, like, you smoke? Here, take a joint. You know, a pretty girl ain't gonna damn be trying to damn kill you with a joint. It ain't laced shit. Yeah, it was a crazy trip. It sucked. It was crazy. So listen to this. The reason that that girl was doing porn in California was because her boyfriend had got caught trafficking other women. And he was in federal jail, or the feds were holding him, and she needed bond to get his ass out of jail. So she went and sold her body so that she could come up with bond money. And then when she was done selling her body, and listen to this. This was the craziest part. So she went to an anal filming, right? I don't know if I can even talk about this shit here. Anyways, I done said it now. Sorry. She went to go do this video, and when she got back, she was in so much pain. She, like, seriously, y'all. Like, the girl was not well. After seeing that shit, I was like, oh, hell no. You know what I mean? And then, like I said, she went to go strip in Vegas after doing all those pornos. Well, she filmed one video. Still, though, it took her all day. Like, girl, all day. I was just sitting there like, damn, when is that girl gonna get back? And when she finally got back, she was in so much pain. I was like, yeah, you're crazy. Ain't no fucking way. I'm violent. I can't be playing these games. Cannot be playing these games. So anyways, I don't know what happened to her. I got on a plane and went back home and never seen her again. So that was one of my many experiences in Los Angeles. And if you know me pretty well, then you know why I do not want to go back to that shit hole. It was crazy. It was absolutely crazy. Hey, Robert. Hello, Slot and Scratch. I thought something was on me. I know, ain't that wild? It's going. I'm getting some sunshine on my legs. Trying to. I'm hoping that phone works because my Verizon one don't work and it's pissing me off, y'all, and I don't know what I'm gonna do, and I'm already stressed out. You know? And then I put all this effort into coming out here, packing all the... Do you know that I got up at 4:45 this morning? Did I tell you that? To start planning all of this so that I can come out here for filming. It's not as easy. I don't just film where I am. I can't do that. I'll end up dead. So it takes time and effort to pack everything up, get everything situated, and get out here so that I can talk to you guys, you know? I'm not complaining. I love the opportunity, but there's a lot of the behind the scenes that people don't understand that actually goes into channels that people can't fathom. You know, like cooking channels. You know how much time them women spend getting all them recipes together, buying all of that shit, setting it all up in a kitchen, and then using all of those items? It's complex. It's not as easy as they make it look. I know pasta makes it just look all easy. You can make your own pasta. Have you tried? Yeah, me neither, because it looks complex as shit. And it's not as easy. It sounds easy. You know, it does. Mix up some eggs and some... I don't even know what they use in pasta. I guess you can have different kinds, right? But it's a little more complex than that. Oh, this grass. I thought it was an animal. A bug. Yeah. It's the phone's kick the bucket, and it's like, I've put all this time and effort into this, you know, and then my phones don't want to work. Or they overheat. Or I run out of data and they don't want to work. And look how many I got. How many do you think I need? Because I think I need one. But YouTube says I need like 6. It's crazy. Go through 200 gigs of data a month. So I think I get like 60 with this, 80 with that, and 60 with that. So how much is that? That's like 200 gigs, right? And it ain't enough. It ain't enough. Maybe now that I've only been filming twice a day, but I'm gonna have to make arrangements to make that more. And I really need somewhere where I can go and like, I need an office space. Like, seriously, I need somewhere where I can make content, review content, comment content. It just sucks that everything happens the way that it does. It's really disappointing, especially when, you know, I genuinely just want to be helping people in some capacity, things that I've been through. I can show you what these fists do if you want to roll up. Yeah. Would y'all like more recipes? That's something I was thinking about last night when I was making those nachos. Because those nachos, you could probably eat that whole damn thing of nachos and you'll be fine. Like, because of the fact that they're blue corn tortilla with flax, that fiber is good. That's going to keep you full. They also had higher levels of protein because of the flaxseed and the corn. The lettuce, you're getting greens in your diet, the onions and the hamburger meat, and then the fresh onion, corn salsa, the corn salsa. I would like to try, remember like a month ago, I told you guys I wanted to do that sushi hack with cucumber? So what you do is you take the cucumber and you actually slice it long ways instead of just dicing it into like coins. You take it and you slice it very thinly. You would need like a potato peeler or something that was hefty to do this, or maybe one of those vegetable cutters with the plastic, you know. But you take the cucumber and you line them up, you pat them dry, and you, sorry, there's shit crawling on me. Oh, that was sweat. Ew. You put cream cheese, you can put rice. I would personally put a little bit of rice, cream cheese, maybe some kind of pickled vegetable, maybe some kind of fish or chicken in there. And then you roll it up like you would a sushi roll. You can put whatever you want in there. Think spring roll, but sushi, but with cucumbers. Instead of the sushi roll seaweed paper, you would use cucumber. I want to try that. I really do. But also, I was thinking if people would watch healthier videos about food, like good foods. But, you know, I'm at a point in my weight loss journey where I'm actually bulking. So most of the recipes that I would share, I don't even know if anybody would want to eat because they're going to have rice, they're going to have carbs, they're going to have... But most of the rice and carbs that I eat are not bad. Sweet potato, you can eat as much shit as that. Go and eat all the sweet potatoes you want. You'll be just fine. I mean, you're going to get burnt out if you're anything like me. You know, I can't eat but so much of something. Maybe a sweet potato or two. The ants, the bugs, they're going up my nose. I got my Nair out of storage. I still ain't used it. Yeah, I think that recipes, salads, homemade dressings. Wanted to try some those like roasted sheet pan vegetables and stuff. Yeah. Got sweat everywhere. Thank you, Michelle. I hope you're doing well. Happy Saturday. I need to get my weights so that we can work out those. It's been a while since we did with the dumbbells. It was hot, y'all. It feels good. I guess people are coming out the house now. Everybody's pulling up. My legs are getting toasty back there. I'm gonna let them toast. Anybody doing anything interesting this weekend? I'm gonna watch a movie tonight. I got a plan to charge my phone. I got a tart, pillow. I'm gonna watch a movie. I'm wondering if that pillow will get like, I don't know, ruined. I guess if it does, I can always buy another one in the future. Oh, it's hot. My shorts, I'm trying to jack them up because I didn't want to put on a bikini bottom. I just didn't feel like it. I do want to get my legs tan though because the back of them are whiter than the front. Looks crazy. I don't think my comments are working. Hey, there we go. I don't know, probably some thriller. Probably some thriller. I watched The Illusionist the other night. It was pretty good. Jessica Biel is absolutely beautiful. She was one of the Power Rangers in the 90s, I do believe. And what else is she playing? Oh, Seventh Heaven. Crazy ass show now, given the circumstances. You know, the preacher, the guy that played the preacher, he's a pedophile. Openly admits it. He sure did. He sat down with like 20 Walters, and he's like, yeah, I have an attraction to children. The dad that played the father, that was the pastor of Seventh Heaven. Yeah, I know, and it's not like he faced any jail time or anything. It's crazy. Yeah. To sit down on national TV and admit that and then nothing come about it, it goes to show that they protect these people. Time and time again. It's crazy. Oh, I'm trying to get more in the sun. I want to get more down here so I can try to get half of my back. I wonder what the weather's going to be like this week. I need to make a plan for food and working out. God, I got sweat from it. Jesus. So it's 65% humidity. It's supposed to rain about 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. 50 to 40% chance. It was supposed to rain at 3, but it was only like a 20% chance. Now they done changed it to 50 at 4. Let's see here. Do y'all hear this shit? People are insane. Smart. Damn. Well, when the hell am I gonna work out if it's gonna rain every day? I don't remember it being this wet every year about this time, but it has rained a lot this year so far. Like, maybe not. Maybe I'm just not used to it because I've been in Florida. You know, it never rains there, and when it does, it's quick. Quick. You know, it's crazy because, like, if I was in a public place, like a park, and I saw some girl over here on her phone talking to somebody, I would want to distance myself from her. But as y'all see time and time again, people actually bring themselves into my space, and then, as you heard, they act like complete fools, you know? I think that it's very telling, and you should be aware that a lot of these people are aware who I am. So that was a car full of people, a woman, and 2 kids, but they were like teenagers, probably 18, 19. And they came over here to use the bathroom and then left. Canada. Yeah, they don't, Matt. They don't. And like I said, if it was me and I saw some girl over here, I'd be like, oh, she's busy right now. I can see that she's talking to her phone, you know, like, but people don't. understand people the way that I do. They're only here because I'm here. 100%, 100%. It gets exhausting, especially when people don't understand the world like you do. Somebody said only 1% of train hoppers are killers. Or hold on. He said poor people hop trains, but only like 0.1% are killers. That's funny. And maybe they just stopped to use the bathroom. But at some point, somebody recognized me because the music started. Did you hear that? So weird. It's like, think about it though. If you saw a girl minding her business on the ground in a park by herself, why do you need to get as close as possible and start blaring music? The only reason you would do that is to be passive aggressive because you recognize her. It's pretty simple, folks. Really simple, actually. Really fucking simple. Normal people would stay away from her, let her mind her business, and not play music when they see her working from home. And you hear the bitch still blaring music, right? Oh. Apparently. I mean, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I mean, are people, is it just that people have lost respect? Is that what it is? Is that I'm too respectful? I mean, genuinely, that could be a problem. It could just be that people are dumber and they just genuinely don't respect others and they're so ignorant, they're not aware of what they're doing. Because that's the flip side. It's either intentional or it's ignorance. There's no in between. Either you're conscientious of yourself and your behavior or you're not. And them people at that age, it would be a lack of intelligence, or they could be mentally retarded. I don't know. You know what I mean? They are aware. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, they are. That's why I stay away from them. That was women, and no. That was a big ass woman. She was like 400 pounds, and her two kids. Well, it was her daughter and her boyfriend because they were out here making out. That's another thing. I'm so grateful for my parents. Like, even though they were abusive, the flip side is I don't think that they would have ever been functioning normal parents in any capacity. They just didn't know how. But at the end of the day, they installed a set of values and respect in me that you just didn't see out here anymore. And I'm grateful for that, for my morals and my values, because it's because of the abuse that led me here, which is really sad, but it's true. Yeah, they were just sitting in their car, blaring music. And then she pulled off. They did all use the bathroom, so maybe they just, had to pee. Probably. But like I said, the music cut on, and I was like, oh God, here we go. Am I going to have to start an argument with this kid out here? Like, have some fucking respect, you loser. I mean, they're running around in fucking pajamas at 1:10 in the afternoon. He didn't even have shoes on. He had on 2 Mitch Max socks. Usual suspects. Like, damn, I know it's a Saturday, but you couldn't put no pants on to leave the house, homie? You can't be around me. I don't roll around with bums that wear pajama pants out in public. Like, sorry. Have some self-respect. There's a place for everything in pajama pants. Well, ironically, in the name of pajama, you should be able to dictate when you're supposed to wear them and where. Listen, those were kids. They were probably like 19, 20-year-olds. It's just so weird how I'll just be minding my business and there's always somebody that rolls up trying to start some shit. You know what I mean? Something's crawling on me. Does it make y'all feel better to lie? Do y'all, I don't know because I'm not a liar. Does it make you feel like tingly inside when you lie? I'm curious. Also, does not minding your motherfucking business make you feel tingly inside? Do you get off on it? You sit around circle jerking about me? All up in my business? I love it. And the little bitch knows who I'm talking to. Now she's too scared to say something. Fake ass hoe. Jealous ass hoe. I love it. Bye, bitch. Hola. ¿Cómo estás? Is it mo huevi bien? I try. I barely speak English. It's my first language, but no, I haven't nailed it yet. It's crazy. The whole world has gone mad. I just stay away from people because I genuinely just don't like them. They show me that they're evil by being fucking petty. Only children play like that. Only miserable people play like that. Those are dangerous. Those are some of the most dangerous people out here. People that are petty. Yeah. They're manipulative because they're dangerous because they're manipulative because they're conniving. They have the propensity to be two-faced to achieve a goal, to fuck someone over or get someone back. Their ego is the main focus of their personality rather than rationale. It's crazy. Stay away from people that are petty. They're some of the most dangerous people out here. Most evil people out here. They operate on feelings and not facts. And they'll stop at nothing to stab somebody in the back if they want to. Because their feelings got hurt. It's not about what's rational. Yeah, that passive-aggressive behavior, I see it a lot in obese people. It stems from self-hatred. Self-hatred is related to miserability. They're one and the same. I feel bad for people like that, but I also steer clear of fucking people like that. Parkour. That reminds me of those little kids, like, parkour at the park. My bike is fine. Why are y'all talking about a bike? I explained yesterday in the video. It's in a video that was posted yesterday. Everybody keeps asking about this bike. I have my bike. I just couldn't get to my bike. What do people not understand? I'm in the country. My bike was just a few miles away. Well, not a few. 24 miles, a dozen miles away. Nothing happened to the bike. I just didn't have a ride to go get my bike. I really just don't understand why people just be worrying about shit that is pointless. I don't get it. I don't get it. And it's like not in my benefit at all. And there's 2 videos explaining the bike situation. It started raining. My ride didn't show up. And also, when my ride did not show up, that left uncertainty in my head. I didn't know if I'd ever see my bike again because I can't walk 12 miles overnight. I mean, I guess I could, but I'd probably die by morning. I didn't know what was going on when my ride didn't show up. It left a lot of uncertainty. That's what happens when you're homeless. Stuff has to be left behind. You lose things. You're living out of a book bag. You can't find shit. It's a lot. You forget things. Like nicotine pouch the other day. I literally took it out the package and set it on a stump. And then when I went to look for it, I couldn't find it. And I didn't look for it. I forgot it. And then when I went back to look for it, I couldn't find it. Let me ask you something. Would you walk 12 miles? Because I don't think you would. I'm not starting to GoFundMe. YouTube pays me. I make millions of views a month. How about YouTube, that's a triple-digit billion-dollar damn company? How about they pay me? Because, you know, they make money off of my damn content more than I do. I'm not asking people for money. I want YouTube to pay me. That's all I've ever wanted. And thank you to my followers that have donated to me because it's how I eat. It's how I survive. It's how I'm able to get back to my car every day. To my car. To the woods every day. Seriously, though, I'm not starting a damn GoFundMe for an electric bike. Hell, there was a guy on here that said he was going to give me one. What happened to him? Y'all see what I mean? Oh, just like the lady that said she was going to send me a power bank so that I could charge my phone so that I could work. Those never came either, remember? Oh, what about my birthday last year when 4 different people said that they were going to send me packages, so I spent money on a P.O. box so that the packages could come to the P.O. box, and then none of those packages came. Y'all don't understand how people try to gaslight y'all and also how they've played games with me. I'll never open up another P.O. box for this channel. I've spent $600 in a year and a half on P.O. boxes so that people could send me things because they're always offering to send me things. And I need things. I need things to survive: water, electrolytes, battery bank. I need things that I can't afford, okay? I don't even have soap right now, if I'm being honest. I don't even have shampoo. So anyways, I'm going to get some. I have the money to buy it. I just ain't been anywhere to get any. And I'm out. I ran out when I washed my hair yesterday. So people would always say, oh, we're going to send you stuff. I had one loyal follower from, I think, the Netherlands, or it might have been Norway. I got sweat. I'm sorry. It's tickling me. He sent me one of my favorite books, Animal Farm. First of all, we are literally living that right now, along with 1984, George Orwell, I think. Anyways, he sent me that, and he sent me a postcard. I had another lady that sent me some hair oil and some protein and some little trinket stuff, you know, like little stuff. And I think that was it. Yeah. People will come here and say that they're going to send me stuff, and also people will drop in. Oh, like that guy earlier, he's like, oh, what's your channel or what's your Cash App? Remember? That might have been the start of this chat. Some guy says, what's your Cash App? And I said, well, it's at the top of my page. Never received a Cash App. People come here and they do that to look good to you guys. And what they're really been doing is it's hurting me because you guys think that somebody sent me money and they haven't. And so many people do this. I have people that actually request money from me more than I've ever received donations. I probably get a request or two a day for money from random people that I do not know. It's crazy. Crazy. Yeah, I think that people, the trolls, it's the same trolls over and over creating new accounts, and I think they come here and they play nice and they say they're going to send me money and send me stuff, da, 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 da. And I think it's just to prevent you guys from actually helping me. That's what I've noticed. And we've talked about this before, about people, you know, lying on here and saying that they're going to do this and that, and they don't. And I don't know. It's just crazy that people would lie like that, but that's what they do. I don't want anything from you, Joseph. It's not that. People will come in my comment section and offer stuff. They'll jump in the conversation and be like, hey, what's your Cash App? I'm going to send you some money right now. I'd love to help you out. I was once down on my luck. And so my followers, or I'll say, my followers will drop it, or I'll say, it's at the top of my page, blah, 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 blah. And it'll never happen. But my followers think that this person helped me out, and it never happened. And it hurts my channel because then my followers think that I'm getting all these damn donations that I never damn got. For every time somebody has said, oh, what's your Cash App? Probably 1 out of every 20 to 100 times I might actually get a Cash App. And it's usually like $5. The truth. And it'll be attached with a phone number for this guy wanting me to get in touch with him. And you know I don't do that shit. So there's a whole seedy dark underworld to YouTube and YouTube donations as well. A lot of prostitutes out there with YouTube channels. I'm not going to go too much into detail, but there's a lot of ladies of the night that have channels here on YouTube, and they supplement income with their, what I just told you. They have a donation site, whether it's Cash App, Venmo, and the guy will send a note that says, here's my phone number, contact me. And before you know it, they're going on a dinner date. Yeah. And I can assure you it ain't them sugar daddies that don't want no sugar either. Maybe we should investigate that. We should. Maybe we should investigate that. I can set up a whole fake account, and then we can damn bait people in and text them and see what they say. And ask them questions like, oh, have you ever met a different YouTuber? Have you ever met another YouTube girl off of YouTube? YouTube would shut that shit down so quick. They don't want to get out that they facilitate bad behavior. Oh, speaking of which, you know, it's so crazy that my channel got banned for a week, if you didn't know, like a week ago, which caused me to have bad behavior. I completely melted down that day. I was so mad. I was so freaking mad. So first of all, I was in a bikini top, minding my business, bicycling to Walmart to buy food. We get to Walmart. We're talking about some Jesus cups. There was cups with Jesus Bible verses on it. And I was like, oh, wow, Walmart is actually bringing back Jesus. Just like Instagram with kitty porn. Absolutely, Amber. Thank you. I'm trying to show that. Yeah, it's everywhere. That's what I was about to talk about. This is the start of my life, honey. I got clean 5 years ago. What is wrong with people? Like, literally no one is happy that I'm sober. You see how they come and they try to attack my sobriety with lies? You see how they come telling me that I'm not living a good life? I'm happier than you, Karen. That was your actual name. I wonder why. Not minding your business. It's thundering. Anyways, that's what I was going to show you. So YouTube, I'm riding down the road on my bicycle. Thank you, Shannon. And you know, there's been days where I've had 2 or 3 days without sleeping because I live on the streets. And then when I finally feel comfortable enough to go live so that I can feel comfortable sleeping, because I don't know about you, girl, but it's hard to sleep out here on the streets when you're literally exposed. If you're asleep, somebody could come up and kill you. Somebody could come up and rape and murder you. You don't know what could happen. So listen to this shit. When I first hit the streets and my truck got repossessed, I relinquished it. I did everything the right way because that's what I always do. I was up for like, I think about 72 hours straight because of the stress, because of the mania from just falling into this situation. It triggered me. And then I feel extremely unsafe all the time out here because people are psychos. So I finally decide to charge my phones at the library, and I prop my phone, and I finally doze off, and motherfuckers want to say I was high. Tell me that you are privileged without telling me you are privileged. You've never had to stay up 48 hours. You'd be dozing off too. It's just people are so heartless. Once again, they're either heartless or they're completely ignorant. There's no in between. Either you are conscious that a person needs sleep and rest to function, and when they don't have it, they're probably going to be dozing out, especially after 72 hours, or you just don't give a fuck. Either you don't know or you don't give a fuck. You know? Rude. I'm literally going through the hardest thing of my life right now. And these people come here trying to push me back into addiction. It's crazy. I know exactly what they're fucking doing. And I want people to know that is literally everybody that wants to claim I'm on drugs, they're more than likely on drugs themselves, and they're jealous of my recovery. Jealous of the fact that I took the initiative to get clean. They're jealous of the fact that I had the courage to get clean, and they're too scared to get clean themselves, and they come here and try to break down a good recovering addict because they're too scared to live their own damn lives. That's what that is. Projecting. Because it's crazy. Some of these fuckers are so stupid. They be having a profile picture on there, and I'm like, God almighty, that fucker is strung the fuck out. Yeah, I definitely, I just block them, you know? Yeah, it feels like carpet. Aaron, have you ever slept on concrete? I'm not trying to be funny. I know I laughed, but have you? Have you ever slept on concrete? Go lay outside. And I actually gave you guys that assignment. Did anybody actually do that? An assignment, like I'm your fucking teacher. I mean, go lay on some concrete. Take your phone, go lay on some concrete for an hour, straight on your back. And then go to get up after an hour and tell me what hurts. And do not do this by any means if you're over the age of like 45 or 50. You're not gonna make it. You won't, your hips, okay, Susan? Your hips. If you're wondering, you're not going to be able to get off the ground. Greg's going to have to come out the house and pull you off the ground. I agree. And a lot of crimes, specifically sex crimes, are committed on that stuff, cognitive dissonance. I talk about that all the time, the unpredictability that comes behind specifically men that do meth and their perversion. Any kind of pervert, his perversion is going to be 10 times more dangerous if he's on a substance like methamphetamine. It makes them highly unpredictable and dangerous as hell. Methamphetamine users are some of the most unpredictable, crazy people you'll ever meet. Like them two meth heads that, remember when I was on the beach and I got stuck in the sand and those meth heads come down there trying to get me out the sand? I was so scared that night. I was so grateful when I saw the military planes. I was so scared that night. It was the worst case scenario. That's a fake account. That's another thing, you guys. People will come here with fake accounts and they'll make up this horrible story about their life, and then they'll try to make me seem like I'm a bad guy for complaining about being homeless. Please don't read into the stupid. I really want my following to, I want my following to be smart people, okay? So that's who I'm surrounding myself with in 2025. Anybody that feeds in to these lies and buffoonery, I'm just gonna block it. I'm not listening to it. I'm an adult and I expect my followers to act like adults. It's not too hard, actually. I know the world doesn't, but yep, absolutely, Amber. You're absolutely right. A lot of sex crimes. I think we read somewhere, let's see. I think it was like 60, 70% of sex crimes involve hard drugs. Hey, Kimberly. Hello. Thank you so much. Happy Saturday. I hope it's not too hot where you're at. That's what I'm saying, cognitive dissonance. And then people want to say that I'm ignoring or running from problems. No, I'm ignoring idiots that don't know me. Keywords, never even met me. I love how everybody just wants to come over here and bash on me, but nobody's ever even met me. How do you know? How do you know that any of these lies are true? That makes people pretty dumb to believe stuff from people that don't even know the person that they're lying on. I mean, that's top tier stupid. You'd have to agree. I'm not taking advice on anybody from anybody that has not actually either lived with that person or been like family and close, intimate friends with that person of some sort, you know? I don't understand the internet nowadays. It's like, I'm starting to understand because I've been looking into other stalker stories like Sandra Bullock. I'm starting to understand a little bit more. It's like when you're on this side of the fence and you put your life on the internet, people feel entitled to just lie. And then other people want to believe the lies because it makes them feel better about their situation. Yeah. There's a lot of people that, specifically in Hollywood, that had horrible stuff said about them. Thank you, Kimberly. I hope you're having a great Saturday. Oh, nice to see you, Mike. Your whole body will hurt from the darn concrete. It's no joke. I mean, it hurts your butt bone. My ass was bruised the first week. And I had also been from the bicycle bike. But your ass hurts from just constantly sitting on cement. That's why when I'm on grass hunting, I think I'm in the bed. Y'all see me out here frolicking. You can't tell me shit. This is comfortable, okay? 10 times more comfortable than what I've been sleeping on. I can assure you of that shit. I can assure you of that shit. Rocks. I couldn't even imagine. You know, that's what makes me mad about the other park. You know how one of the other parks, we can go down there and we go down a little path and then there's the river right there and they got that big beautiful tree that we can sit on the trunk. The problem with that park is there's nowhere to sit or bask in the sun. They have a rock bed that's all these little pebbles, and it's usually like when it floods, that's where the water goes. But if it's not flooding and it's not high water, then the pebbles are there. I tried to put a towel down there and sit on that, and it felt like I was laying on a bed of damn rock thorns. Like it was so bad. The rocks felt like they had thorns. There's not a lot of places to literally just lay in the grass and frolic anymore. These places are disappearing. I want y'all to remember this, because one day there ain't gonna be no parks. There won't be. We won't have access to stuff like this. It's dying. It sucks. It really does. It really does. It's so regulated. The government has so much power and money. One day they will not be parks. Mark my words. Just like there probably won't be books. They're disappearing from libraries. It really makes me depressed because I love these places. And it pisses me off because I grew up in these places. My back hurts. I've been laying on my stomach too long. I'm not a stomach person unless I got my leg up, and I didn't have my leg up, so my spine wouldn't curve right. So now it's raining, y'all. I guess I need to get my damn fat ass up out the damn grass. It's drizzling. Oh, I'm so sore. Please don't judge me because I'm indisposed at the moment. I mean, I am so sore. My glutes and whatever this thing under here is. Right here. Right there. And then all the way down to my glute, y'all. That's good. I did it. I've seen those blow up things. I need to definitely, y'all see the rain falling on the, I love watching that. I wonder if the fish get excited about the rain. They can probably move under that water all loud and shit when it's raining, and their prey can't hear them coming probably. You know, it'd be like if you're in the water like the fish. If you're the fish, then the top of the water is like the tin roof of your house, you know? You can hear that. Probably feel it too. Oh shit. What's going on? Got Swan Lake going down over here. Y'all all right? Y'all need help? I got guns. What the hell? They're so majestic, though. They really are. They're beautiful birds. I got guns. Ow, something's crawling on me. Why you gotta pick on me? Grass all over me. Y'all see my horrible tan line? Look at this. You see the white and then the tan. And then the white and then the tan. It's all right. Goose? You can eat the goose? No. Hello, Michael. Can you eat? I hear they're a delicacy in some countries. I don't know where I read. Maybe India? I feel like maybe I read India. Here, let's fact check. Oh, look at that lighthouse. I don't remember where I was, but that was me when I was a little bit bigger. I don't know where that was. I was tipsy as hell that day and hungover, which is why I was tipsy the next day, you know, because when you're hungover, you got to wake up and keep drinking. If you're the alcoholic that I was, got to keep the party going, homie. You know, if you got important shit to do, you better keep the party going. Let's see here. That picture was taken in 2022. Yeah, that's when I had started my weight loss journey, I do believe. Let's see here. What was I looking up? Where are geese considered a delicacy for dinner? A messy ass phone. Germany, France, Poland. None of this says India. I'm an idiot. That's what I am. Asia, China. Oh, China. China, they consume 76% of what is on the market. China. The sky is so pretty. Ain't that pretty? I mean, God. Even though it's cloudy, I'm kind of glad it's cloudy because it's hot, honey. That sun, I probably don't need to burn. Even being out here, this you'll get an overcast. You still get sun. I'm still getting sun. So China is the largest consumer of duck and goose meat globally, accounting for 76% of total consumption. The more you know. I guess it is. I guess they like that shit. Goose as food. Oh, did you know? Well, those are geese. Damn. Geese as food. No. Are geese and goose different? Yes. So a goose is a bird. Goose and geese are not the same thing. A goose is a singular form, while geese is the plural form. It's the same damn animal. I'm gonna quit life today. I'm gonna quit. I'm just gonna quit. And this is why people are getting dumber. So geese and goose is the same damn thing. And it's a type of bird, and it's in the same family as duck and swan. Fun fact. All of which are considered a delicacy. We got an idiot coming into the park. I can hear him. God. Taxidermist. Oh my God, that must have been kind of scary as a kid. Seeing a raccoon up on the damn piano, a damn squirrel up on the damn fire mount, the fireplace. I would try it. I've had quail. I've had quail. Oh, I got an ant. No. I think it's gonna rain. I still never turned on any music, y'all. Sure didn't. I ain't worth a damn today, am I? Is I worth a damn? 'Cause I don't think I am. I think. What I want to listen to. Let's see what I can twiddle out this afternoon. Oh my God, that hurts, y'all. Right here. Oh my God, it feels like somebody has taken a knife and cut all my tendons. Let's pray for my knees, please. Now, these ain't the bee's knees, Jesus. But they my knees, and can you please take away the pain from these bee's knees, please? Damn. It's not bad, though. That's good. I wish I was a squirrel. If I could be an animal, I'd be a squirrel. Or a monkey. You know, I think I'd rather be a monkey. Well, them squirrels, though, they get some wind when they jump. Monkeys do, too. I guess I'd be a spider monkey. That way I could jump like a squirrel, climb like a spider, climb you like a spider monkey. What would you be if you were an animal? Lisa! Hello? Really? I thought that said Lisa. Y'all, I can't see. I think I need glasses. Day 2, no beer. Hell yeah, Nick. Get it. Hell yeah. Every day is a step closer to success. And every day that you don't drink is success, honestly. Who is Lisa? That's why. I thought it said, say hi, Lisa. Yeah, it's because I've been Breezy's knees. Breezy B's knees. Yeah, it's because I've been working out and doing that glute stuff. These shorts are so big, y'all. Also, I'm getting veiny. I got veins coming through in places I ain't never seen veins before. I wonder what that comes from. Probably that creatine that's in the protein. Billing problem. Bitch, you better get used to it because I'm broke, okay? You're going to be asking for money a whole lot and not receiving none. Any. I'm a creator. I should have premium for free. Let's see. Something's crawling on me. Does creatine make you more veiny? It can indirectly contribute to a more veiny appearance by increasing muscle mass and promoting water retention, which can make veins appear more prominent. Where were they at when I was a junkie? Because I could never find none. I had the biggest struggle. Oh, it's a sweet little old people. Look like a little married couple. Oh, I didn't know that creatine helped muscle mass. I thought it was just to make you look more prominent, like your muscles to look more prominent. Apparently, it's supposed to help with muscle mass. I love magnesium. I take it at night. Ladies, I know all of us, actually, about 70% of the United States is magnesium deficient. You want the magnesium glycinate. And I do like 300 milligrams, I think it is. I might need to check that before I tell you. Yeah, I live on protein. I mean, I do 150 to 170 grams a day. I've been meeting my protein goals like crazy. I hadn't been meeting my protein goals, but now that I have, I feel heavy though all the time. And I know I'm not, but like, it just weighs you down. It's a lot. It weighs you down. It's a lot. Yeah, I'm meeting my protein goals now. I need to meet my water goals. Let's do that. Let's make us a drink. Oh. You know what's crazy? I keep looking at my stomach, trying to appreciate it now. I mean, because when you sit down, it bunches up. But 2 years from now, that stomach will be, 4 to 6 inches bigger. So, so, yeah, I can't wait to see what it looks like when I actually have a full 6-pack that's like defined. They came, they saw, they left. It is a beautiful lake, but it's... What the hell? I'm under attack. What the flip, bro? All of y'all really just coming over here doing this? Do y'all see this shit? I got a dragonfly and a damn moth. And I'm sorry, honey. I thought you was a spider. Where'd you go? Did I kill you? God, I hope not. I think he flew away. Did y'all see that? He, like, literally was attacking my tits, okay? We can't have that. Get out of there. Got a fly in my purse. I'm under attack. It's got 500. I don't need that much, boss. What if we do lemonade? Do I need more caffeine? I already had 150 milligrams, but I feel great now. I don't think I'm a morning girly. I think I'm a mid-afternoon girly. Because I feel great right now. Probably that 150 milligrams of caffeine, that'll usually do it. They're a good look too. I hope so. Well, I just swatted him off of me. I guess I'm gonna use half of this. It's just hydrate. It's electrolytes. Hey, congratulations, Summer B. Yeah, that was a big old dragonfly. Huge. All right, I want some of the lemonade in here. I'm sorry. I try to be good, but... I mean, if I only use a little, I might as well use the whole thing. I have a feeling I'm gonna need more water. Damn, that's good. That's perfect. Tastes like lemonade. Because it is. Oh, so good. Caffeine! So good for you. I think it is. Congratulations, Summer. You should be proud of yourself. Not enough recovering addicts out here. I make money off of YouTube. Thank you for supporting my channel. I just use the packets from the Dollar Tree. I've shown them on my channel before. We did a grocery haul not too long ago, like a week ago. They're Walmart brand energy packets. Lemonade. There's that dragonfly. Come here. Come back. He's playing. You think they'd be showing off? Like, stupid humans, you don't have wings. Ha 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 ha. Look what we can do. I love my creatine. It doesn't make me react any certain way or whatever. I've never heard of creatine making anybody angry. Maybe that's just you. I think testosterone, roids, absolutely. But, yeah, I've never heard of anybody getting health problems from creatine. Absolutely not. Travel to live. Absolutely not. Oh, be safe, Michael. I wonder what he's doing. You think he works for Google? You think he's surveying land? It's just flying circles around me. Typical pervert. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm glad the sun went away. Let me lay on my back for a little bit. Who drinks caffeine and then damn bask in the sun like this? Me? Sundays on. Gotta get your Sundays on. Who was that? Florida Georgia Line. Sundays. Whew. Well, it started to drizzle and then it stopped. Oh my God. Oh no. That's not good. Damn, y'all hear that? Oh, silky. I'm scared. Those clouds are wild. My camera don't even pick it up. All right. No, there ain't no gators here. She's a con artist. She's a con artist. Oh. Oh, God. You know what's crazy to me? That YouTube is the platform where when people try to become a creator and they fail, they then turn bitter and they try to attack other channels that have small successes or has done better than their crappy channel. It's crazy. It's really it's pathetic. It's sad. So because your business plan didn't work and you don't know how to do business, you gonna try to come and destroy somebody else's business? Yeah, it's crazy. It's pathetic is what it is. I'm just glad I'm not that mentally handicapped. You know what I mean? Like, I thought I had it bad, and then coming to this platform, I'm like, Jesus Christ. Like, I don't have it bad. Like, I know I'm homeless and shit, and I'm still doing better than half the population. Like, seriously, it's crazy. People are just so miserable, and they show it in the way that they behave. Okay? So, yeah. I really thought that I was going to feel like really out of place here when I first started the channel. And now I'm like, Jesus Christ, it's going to be okay. It'll be fine. I'm not doing that bad. It could be worse. I could have been willing to vote for damn Kamala Harris, you know? You know what I mean? It could always be worse, honey. It could always be worse. These clouds are so pretty. Hello, Charles. What about lions? What you mean about lions? Roar. Yeah, they do. They piggyback. They ride the coattails of someone else. No one wants some more nachos. Those were good. Really good. I wonder if anything's happened in the world today. Any grandmas get kidnapped at Walmart? You better not have. I'm gonna hunt you down. See, now the caffeine's flowing, and I'm like, what's happening in the world? Who's in trouble today? What way are they trying to smear Trump today. I feel raindrops. I ain't complaining. I'm happy about it. Maybe it'll cool it off. Yeah, it's probably gonna rain tonight. Oh, God. Yes, because I have a job and I work. Yes. Guess what? A huge percent of the population of homeless people have a job and work as well. Jesus Christ, some of y'all are dense. Tell me you've lived a privileged life. You've never been anywhere. You've never seen anything. You've never even spoke to a homeless person. Because that's what you're saying when you come here and you insinuate that homeless people can't be clean, can't be fed, can't be well rested, can't have a cell phone, can't have a bicycle, can't have a fucking car. You sound ignorant. So unless you want me to use your stupidity as content and make money off of it, unless you've actually been homeless, you have no skin in the game and should not be commenting. Okay? Capiche? We get it? We got it? All right. Lord. I mean, it's just so, and that's why the general public does not have a general consensus of how hard this is because of dumb people like that. But and also because the general public is semi-dumb. They think there's resources. Ain't that sad? You know how slow you got to be to think that there's resources for homeless people? You need a helmet. You need a helmet. Well, in my area, they built some tiny houses. Yes, Kevin. Yes, they did. They built 12 of them just to showcase that they built 12 tiny homes to say, look, we spent $800,000 on 12 tiny houses for homeless people. But what they didn't tell you, Kevin, is that there was 10,000 homeless people and only 12 tiny houses. They did it to showcase and gaslight to get more donations. Seriously, had this conversation with somebody the other day. And he said, I saw in Greensboro they built tiny houses. Some guy at the grocery store or Food Line or somewhere. And I said, yeah, there's not a lot of resources. And he said, well, I said there's not a lot of resources for homeless people. He said, I saw they built tiny houses in Greensboro for the homeless population. When people don't understand. Yeah, they did. They built 12, and they need 10,111 more. Now, let's think about this rationally. They probably received funding and a grant to build those homes, as well as after the broadcast of them building the homes and showcasing it for the public to make it look like they're out here doing the Lord's work when they're not. I wonder how many millions of dollars in donations they received from the citizens of Guilford County. And I wonder how many tiny homes were built after those donations. And I don't know how many houses it was. I just know that it's nowhere near what we need. It would probably be less than 1% of what we actually need to help people. Damn, ain't this sad? Jesus fucking Christ. And now we got the black male youth out here killing themselves. Listen to this shit. Data showed black individuals were disproportionately represented in emergency departments visits for suicidal thoughts or self-injury, particularly those aged 10 to 24. They've just checked out. They've given up. There's no hope. They don't have any faith. In response to a significant rise in suicide rates among young black youth, the North Carolina Department of Health and Human Services, sorry, there's a bug. Something was trying to crawl up my shorts. Let's see. The North Carolina Department of Human Services is launching an action plan. Data showed in 2023 that black people were disproportionately represented in emergency department visits for suicidal thoughts or self-injury, particularly aged 10 to 24 years of age. Research also highlights that black youth are disproportionately affected by suicide, but are underrepresented in calls to mental health hotlines, especially in urban counties. Additionally, data from the 2013 to 2023 shows that over half of the black youth and adults who died by suicide used firearms. How does a 10-year-old get a damn gun, and why weren't the parents arrested? Because the parents is how they usually get the gun, okay? I don't understand. Black families also face considerable barriers to access to medical and mental health services due to various socioeconomic factors. This is true. Officials said that the NC Black Youth Suicide Prevention Action Plan will be a community-led ground-up approach with specific objectives to improve health and well-being of black youth and young adults. Why y'all gotta make it a black-only program, though? That's the only problem I have. All these kids suffering. I mean, I understand that they have disproportionately higher numbers, but I don't think we need to focus on one race. I think we should make this a community effort. The numbers are crazy, though. That's really sad. You know, Lil Wayne shot himself. He almost died. Shot himself in the chest, I think, when he was like 12. The rapper. I like him. You're crazy. You are. You're crazy. You need to go back and watch some of my footage before you come here and run your mouth, because you're blatantly lying. Girl, we done called homeless shelters. We done, mind your business. Blatantly lying. These programs are a disgrace. A disgrace. How many years have they said? How many years have they collected funding, and how many people have been helped? They steal money. They sure do. They steal money. I don't know where it's going. I just know that it's being stolen, and it's become a way for people to personally make money off of homelessness. Most nonprofit organizations are scammy as fuck. You must work for a nonprofit. Yeah, we don't fuck with shenanigans like that over here. Celebrity churches, scam. Rehabs, scam. Homeless shelters, scam. Foster care system, scam. That's why nobody's being helped. That's why nothing's getting fixed. Because everybody's got their damn hands in the honey pot, and nobody's being helped. That's what this channel is about. So before you come over here trying to spit facts to somebody that has the fucking facts, maybe you should go do your proper research. Oh, and by the way, we called some homeless shelters last week. You can hear what they have to say in one of my other videos. Yeah, it's smoke and mirrors. They collect all that funding and they give nobody the skills that they need to actually do anything good with their lives. The homeless shelter that's closest to me is only open Monday through Friday. And you can't live there. You can't stay there. There is no housing there. The only thing they do is it's a room for you to charge your phone. They got a workout center. They might have a shower, I do believe. That's it. Don't get me wrong, those resources are great, but those resources are not worth $3 million, and that's what they received just in government grants and funding last year. Do you know how many people I could help with $3 million? I could probably feed this whole town for like half the year. It's crazy. It's crazy. $3 million goes a very long ways when we're talking about food, water, those simple things that money was supposed to go towards. Clothing, resources, bus tickets, bus passes. Like, there's so many things that these people need. Cell phones, internet, you know? They have to have that to get a job, honey. Like, you know, they have to have a way to get to interviews. They have to have clothes to wear to interviews. They have to have a place to shower so that they can go to an interview. And this place is only open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to like 3 p.m. And they receive, in my opinion, they're probably making over $10 million a year. It might even be double of that, depending on the donation. You don't know. Not to mention the perishable food items and stuff that they, or the non-perishable food items that they get. I wonder how many millions of dollars in donations they receive from furniture, clothing, household items, food. In my opinion, I don't know. I think every single nonprofit should be audited regularly. It's exhausting to see all of these nonprofits out here doing nothing. And it's a joke. I'm telling y'all, it's a fucking joke. The math ain't mathing. Where does the money go? We never know. The Interactive Resource Center of Greensboro is the closest homeless shelter to me, and they don't even house people there. You cannot stay overnight there, and I don't qualify for subsidized housing. So there is nowhere for me to go, and that's the reality for most people, especially if they're elderly, which is a disgrace. It's crazy that the public thinks that there are homeless shelters and resources for people that fall into homelessness. It's crazy that people believe that, because that's not the truth. It's a lie. Just like, you know, there's justice in the justice system, that's a lie. You don't even have rights unless you have money. You reach a certain level of poor and you'll never be able to get up off the floor, I promise you. It's crazy. Maybe should we do some investigation this week and call places and just snoop into their finances and ask them questions? Remember the place in oh, sun's back out. Remember the place in Key Largo that we called the homeless shelter? Remember there was no homeless people there, and I was wondering where all the homeless people were, and then we called the homeless shelter and they tell us that they only had like 1 or 2 homeless people, I think. Or did she say 12? 12 homeless people in the whole damn state, bottom half of Florida, the Keys. Then she proceeds to tell us all of that information that was it was just crazy, because you could see that they were, if anyone there that lived in the Keys, if they fell into homelessness, Key West idea of fixing the problem was to ship them somewhere else. They would buy them a bus pass and ship them somewhere else so that they were another county's problem. But they were receiving millions in donations for the homeless people there in the county. Remember that? That's all recorded. I think that's when I started to notice that it was bullshit. I mean, you know, and then all the stories that we've done over the years, people that we've called and talked to over the past 2 years, where it just wasn't making sense. It's not even logical what they're saying. It's just like those city council people in Texas that stole all that money, $600,000 they were eating on taxpayer money. It's the same thing. They steal money the same way. Just like mega churches. It's crazy. Wasn't there another mega pastor arrested this week? There was. He's a pedo. Go figure, not another pastor. Not another PP, a pedo pastor. Who was the mega church pastor arrested last week for messing with children? My phone ain't working. What the hell, Bobby? Who was the mega pastor arrested this past week for messing with... My phone ain't working! He was a member of Gateway. Is that him? Robert Morris. He was part of some church called Gateway. I've never heard of them before. So he admitted to having... So he founded Gateway Church in South Lake, and he's charged with 5 counts of lewd and indecent acts with a child. The abuse began in 1982, where he would visit the home of the victim. He was 21 and she was 12. I don't care if she was 21 and he was 21. If she didn't want nothing to do with him and he was messing with her, it's still not okay. He said that he, in June, after Cindy Clemshire came forward to accuse Morris of sexually abusing her as a child, Morris said he engaged in inappropriate sexual behavior with a young lady in a home where he was staying. It was kissing and petting, not intercourse, he said, but it was wrong. 3 days later, he resigned as senior pastor, and the church board of elders said that it had not been aware of the girl's age or the length of the alleged abuse. So a grand jury indicted him. What a creep. And you best believe everybody in the parish knew he was a pervert. Or either they're dumb. There's no in between. Either they're ignorant or they knew and they just turned a blind eye. People like this are not normal, and nor do they act normal. They're always flocking towards children, feel the need to talk to children, touch children, be in the vicinity of children. Like Joe Biden, remember how he used to act when he would be on stage with children? He could not help himself. He had to touch them, smell them, pet their heads. I don't know if that was him. There was another one that was major. Holy crap. Here's another one. Reverend John F. Fedler of the Methodist Church in Texas. He was trying to buy sex from a prostitute and was busted. Ain't that crazy? I never did cut on my music. Robert Morris. Yeah, ain't that weird? Why ain't my phone working? I don't know if that was him, though. Damn, here's one in just a week ago out of South Carolina. Pastor, former Horry County school aide arrested for alleged sexual assault of a minor. A former middle school aide and pastor, Devin Carroll, has been arrested in Horry County, South Carolina for messing with a 13-year-old girl. Or a 13-year-old. He was also listed as the pastor of Happy Home Baptist Church in Columbus County, North Carolina. He also has ties to 2 other churches in Horry County and a church in Conway. According to the arrest warrant, Carroll messed with the 13-year-old, and he's been arrested and was released on a $30,000 bond. Oh, this is another one that I saw, you guys. Listen to this. So there was this pastor that went out drinking with his son in the car, decides to go into the bar and drink, and left his son in the car. Hold on one second. John Gibson. This was crazy. I saw it on I think Law and Order. It was a 5-year-old, and this happened 3 days ago. Preacher arrested after leaving a 5-year-old alone in the car to go into drink at a bar. They're not even hiding anymore. You know what I mean? Like the bad parents are just right out in the open. They just don't even give a crap. In Alabama, a preacher who police said left a 5-year-old unattended while he drank in a bar into the early morning hours is facing a criminal charge in connection to the weekend incident. Something's on me. Is it my hair? Oh, I'm laying on my back too much. It hurts. I'm sorry. Hold on. I'm in my stomach. Oh. My spine needs to like decompress from being all crooked. I might have to flip over. And I need to pull this down. Hold on, I'm getting up. Ugh. Grass everywhere. Look at me. Shorts all jacked up like I own the place. I look like a damn Pharaoh cave woman. Oh my God, I'm sore, y'all. It hurts to bend over. I'm gonna roll around on my back, Jack. I gotta move you. Ugh. Sorry, my gut's hanging out. At least it's not my full guts hanging out of my body, right? It could always be worse. They could be on the outside. Something's tickling me. My inner could be outwards. It could always be worse. I am bloated like a mofo, though. Look at that. Oh, my God. I look 9 months pregnant. I'm joking. It ain't that bad. Ow, but it hurts to bend over, hunty. My hamstrings. Maybe I need to stretch. You think I should stretch? I know one thing. I want to put my hair up because it's hot. Hot. About as hot as my breath, probably. Y'all, them nachos was good, wasn't they? Hold on. I'm going back to the pastor, but I need a minute because it's hot. And I'm getting cranky. I need a sun break. I need hair and phones and a bag. Oh my God, hanging out. I need a break. Hold all this. Hold that. Can you put all that in your pocket, please? Oh my God, my legs hurt so bad. I need a hairbrush. Do you have a comb? Oh. I'm just not gonna be able to put this right here. Oh. I don't care what it looks like. I've given up. My long, beautiful hair is just done. I've given up. All right, I got grass everywhere. Maybe I need to stand up and get this grass off my ass. Y'all, I'm so sore. I'm not even playing. It feels like somebody is stabbing me in the ass with forks. Right in the gluteus maximus. Maximus. Oh, I'm going to stretch for a second. Oh. Hey, I got a hair on my toe. What the hell? Damn that HGH. Hell, that ain't shit. I saw a lady get her legs waxed the other day. I do not know what they are putting in the food, but it was ungodly. The entire top of her foot was full of fur. Her legs full. I'm not talking like peach fuzz like baby girl's got. No, I'm talking about full-fledged Italian man hair from the top of her foot to the bottom of her ass, honey. And they had to go through and wax that. I did not know that women could even have that much body hair. And I feel bad for any woman that's got that coarse ass shit that they got to wax out. You can't shave that. How you gonna get through half a razor and need another one? I couldn't believe it. I said, Jesus Christ, we found Sasquatch. It was sad. It was real sad. And she was already like 300 pounds too. There's no way you can be happy walking around in shame like that. Ask me how, and I got a hair on my big toe. I feel some type of way. You can never see my feet again now. It's got to be hard, though. I wonder if it's a disability. Can you have a condition that makes you sprout like that? Makes you turn into a human chia pet? Probably. There's probably all kinds of damn hormones that they put women on that cause them. I mean, I know that's why they get chin hair and shit. It's a hormonal imbalance when women start damn growing. So I'm sure there's a condition somewhere. Let me read about this path. Let me side note. Is there a condition that makes you hairy? So sick of this. Oh, there it goes. Is there a condition that makes you hairy? You know there is. Yes. There's several. Oh God, there's like 10. Hypertrichosis, PCOS. Is that what causes that too? Facial hair? I believe that. That's sad. Problems with your thyroid. You're just a werewolf. You know? When I saw that hair on my big toe, I was like, yup, I'm a werewolf. That's exactly what I thought. That was my first thought. I'm definitely a werewolf. No, seriously. She did. She looked like she was morphing. I wonder what this shit is. Hypotrichosis? So there's another one called HIRSUTISM. It's one of the tisms, but not autism. Excessive hair growth in women or individuals. AFAB, specifically in male-like pattern. So it grows like male? Like it grows like male pattern body hair? It can be caused by PCOS and other medications or other medical conditions. Medications being a key word, probably, in my opinion. Adrenal gland disorders or pituitary gland problems. Hello? I know, the audacity to grow chest hair, toe hair, face hair as a woman. The audacity. Where does our bodies think that they can just control us? I'm going to tell you what, when I learn about stuff like this, it really makes you grateful, you know. Things can always be worse. I feel bad for anybody that gets stuck with shit like this. It's not fair. You know, I know there were like bearded bitches back in the day that were like sideshows, but when you really think about it, like I don't remember any female in my family sprouting facial hair. Call me crazy, but I just feel like a lot of this stuff that's popping off is new. And it's got to be coming, in my opinion, from food and medication. And even things like PCOS, what does that come from? Do we know what that stems from? Let's see. What does PCOS come from? It's unknown. But it could be a combination of genetic and environmental factors being the key word, principal word here. Environmental factors is what they think it comes from. Environmental factors are going to be medication and food, and then your living arrangements, access to water, access to how often you're able to shower, things like that. Just like hormonal birth control, you know, may cause infertility. Come on, man. I'm telling y'all, they've been poisoning us for decades with food and medication. That shit's made in a lab. You know, that when they're messing with our fruits and vegetables and they're putting food together that's processed and full of additives and bullshit, we don't even know what it is. That stuff's made in a lab. They're doing that in a lab. I mean, that is like some genetic mutation type of shit. We don't know what could happen because it's never been done before. And guess who the guinea pigs is for the food and the medication? Us. And sometimes, just like Xanax, it might take 20, 30 years for the medical industry to recognize that they fucked up. Now, they ain't going to apologize. And actually, it might take a few lawsuits for them to even acknowledge that they messed up. But for real, Xanax is a horrible drug that's ruined, killed lives. It's killed people. And it took a very long time for the medical industry to admit that it was a dangerous drug. Just like methadone. It's no different with our fruit and our vegetables and our processed food. It's no different with our medications. It's all made in the lab. They're in there playing, toying with shit they shouldn't be. In my opinion, I think that, under God's laws, if people are manipulating things that God made, you run the chance at creating something that is demonic and dangerous. It's kind of like God's karma. You weren't happy with the sheep that gave you wool, so you genetically modified those sheep into sheep that could give you wool and milk and eggs, and now you've done created this monstrosity that's killing everybody. I don't know, but you know what I mean. You get what I'm saying. The fruits and the vegetables is a good start. They don't even taste like fruits and vegetables anymore. They genetically modified them to make them bigger, to make them prettier, and they took away the main component, the principal part of the fruit and the vegetable, which is to give us nutrients. It's crazy. No way, Summer. What? They put my mom... I'm sorry, I'm still smoking. Tomorrow will be the second day back on the couch, and so maybe we can start fresh. Summer said they put my mom on meds when she was going through menopause, and she ended up with breast cancer from the meds. Then she got a settlement, but wasn't worth the hell that she went through. And I bet you the lawyer made more money than your mama did. Like COVID. Exactly. Like COVID. They did not take enough time testing those vaccines, and now we find out that it causes heart problems. Which most of us that have common sense already knew this. So it's just crazy. I mean, and that's what I'm saying. Never before in the history of man have we had children dropping into cardiac arrest the drop of a hat. They're just dropping like flies. It did not make sense, and it had to be that vaccine. That was the only thing that changed from 2019 to 2024, okay, when they started admitting that it caused heart problems. That was the only thing that changed. There was nothing added to our diet or, there was no plausible explanation for why people were dropping and going into cardiac arrest. The only plausible thing was that vaccine. One thing all of those people had in common was they got the vaccine, and they tried to deny it. They tried to say that it wasn't bad, that they did proper testing, and the fact is realistically speaking, we might see more problems from that vaccine in the future. That's just what we know now after a few years of being their guinea pig. We know that it causes heart problems. We don't know the long-term side effects. Sometimes it can take decades to figure out that something was a problem. Like, asbestos. They thought that asbestos was wonderful to build with. How many decades did it take to find out that it causes it kills you? You can die from asbestos poisoning. You breathe it in. It causes respiratory illnesses. How long did it take? Sometimes it takes time. And the fact is that a lot of these medications like Wegovy, Ozempic, in my opinion, they did not do proper test trials on them. We've read about that, how long it takes to actually think up the plan of a drug, come up with a business plan to start production, and actually do test trials. We've been over that. It usually takes years, if not half a decade to a decade. And think about how quickly they pushed out the vaccines and Wegovy and Ozempic. It's crazy. They're not even doing proper, in my opinion, they're not doing proper trials and testing like they used to either because of money. They need to hurry up and get it out there and make money. Make money. Oh, God, whatever will I do? I'm accused of child abuse again. 10 years testing. See, and that's another thing. That's what we found out. The FDA requires 10 years, and they did not do that. Or if they did, then they knew that COVID was going to be a problem in the future, and they were doing it before COVID even happened. That's exactly right. We looked into that Primal Outback, and they did not. Oh, thank you, AK. I'm working on it. They did not take years. Let me fact check myself, because I forget things that we look up. I really do. I have a lot of stress on me, if you can't tell. How long did they do test trials on the COVID vaccine before releasing it? Clinical trials. And see, right here it says, in the early stage of vaccine development, researchers explore the idea for a potential vaccine development often takes 10 to 15 years. But they had that vaccine out in less than a damn year, was it not? Was it not like a year? How long did it take from production? Oh, shit, I don't know what to ask it. Worse than that there. We looked into this before, and we all had the general census that they rushed that vaccine and that it should have never been put into anybody's body. There was not proper test trials done. That's what we discovered before when we looked into this. How long from production to use for the COVID vaccine? And, under the circumstances of a mass pandemic or a plague or something like that, then the government is going to push these things through, and the people are going to believe the government, because most people think that the government wants to help them, which is crazy. And the people are going to say, yeah, we need that vaccine. Give us the vaccine, And that's exactly what was happening. People were panicked. They were scared to get COVID. They were scared they were going to die. They wanted a vaccine to prevent them from getting sick and dying. It was not China. Thank you. It was not China. It happened. It was released in Wuhan, but that was an American lab. That was not, yeah. Heber, thank you so much. Hope you're having a wonderful Saturday. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I really just think that unvaccinated myself, recovered from COVID myself, they didn't mention that you can recover from it. Ugh, they didn't tell you that? Oh, like when it first happened, you thought you were going to be stuck with COVID for the rest of your life? That's crazy. They don't just enslave us by the taxes. They enslave us in any way possible. Even if you're poor, they'll enslave you through the EBT system and the damn welfare system. I know it sounds crazy, but it's a great way for them to keep tabs on everybody if you think about it. Do you know how much data they probably collect on citizens that go through the welfare system? They know everything. They know everything. They just like the police. They know everything. It's just like MAP programs, methadone maintenance, Suboxone maintenance programs. That's a wonderful way to keep up with criminals and drug addicts. The data that they collect, they enslave us in all different kinds of ways. Yeah, so it gives you a strand of the COVID while trying to prevent you from getting a strand of the COVID. It's crazy. Yeah, so what actually happened was they don't know how it was released from the lab, but it was an American lab. Let's hold on one second. Side note. I wonder if those were all American researchers, or if they're, here's the thing, in my opinion, this was intentionally done, in my opinion. COVID-19 was intentionally released to cause a pandemic, in my opinion. Everybody's opinion is different. We all got buttholes, right? In my opinion, it was intentional. I don't know if it was to make money off of the vaccine, if it was to create a panic, to control the people, if it was to election interfere. I don't know. Maybe y'all can help me with that part. Maybe y'all probably know more than I do. I don't know what it was for. You know, just like when they left the population control, just like when they left the border open, I knew that it was part of a game, because that's what they do. Politicians play games. They're playing checkers, okay? Well, they're playing chess while we're playing checkers. When they left the border open, I did not know if it was, I initially thought that it was to secure a future vote for the Democratic Party, because they were pushing in a lot of those states that were refugee states, you know, they were pushing to allow non-citizens to vote and to not have to show their IDs while voting. And they were, you know, they were giving them rights to work and homes and money. We all saw what happened. Angie, yeah, I think it was intentional. No, that person is not my son. That is one of my stalkers. And please do not name drop over here. I'm going to remove that, but I wanted to respond because I don't want to block you, because maybe you just genuinely don't know. But yeah, little old couple, how sweet. That's, little old people drive down here, they look at the river, and then they drive off. I don't want to get out of the car, Carol. It's okay, George. I don't want to get out either. It's too damn hot. We got it. We got here. We saw our hips hurt. Let's go. Seriously. That's the second couple that came, and they park right there. They look at the lake for a minute, and then they drive off. They're probably passing through from out of town and wanted to see what this state park was, you know? Yeah, I do. Just like, sorry, side note, just like when they left the border open, I could not for the life of me determine what the point of the Democratic Party was. I just knew that they had a plan formulated to do something with those illegal aliens at some point, whether it was to secure future voters for the Democratic Party in the future, whether it was to overturn the government and, Lord forbid, start an all-out war. I don't know, but they had a plan. They absolutely had a plan. You don't pay people millions of dollars to come here and pay for their comfortable, cushiony lifestyle unless you have a plan for those people. Nobody gives you shit in life for free. Let's be real right now. Why would the federal government, why would the Biden administration pay for all these people to come here and give them a better life than most citizens have? The trade-off. You get, you give. You give, you get. They were planning something. And just like leaving that border open, I still, for the life of me, don't know what the plan was. I mean, maybe I am right. Maybe they were trying to overthrow the government. Look at Los Angeles right now. There are still riots going on a month later. Like, there are clearly people mad that people are being deported, and they're tearing stuff apart and trying to cause an uprising. And they're losing poorly, but I don't know what the plan was. And I do believe that COVID-19 was part of their plan, or COVID-19 kicked off the next part of their plan. You know, COVID, in my opinion, was released from that lab intentionally. Why? I don't know why. I don't know why. Thank you so much again, Herbert. And I love that name, by the way. It's it sounds sweet. Herbert. Sounds like very kind, you know? It was an attack. I think so too. You think it was just to make money? Or maybe it was to see what would happen. What? Bioweapons. I don't know. I know you're not a Stark, Leonard Clark. We're family. What are you talking about? The Illuminati? It was the Illuminati. Everybody's saying that. UNC Chapel Hill, I wouldn't doubt it. Are you talking about UNC Chapel Hill? Oh, Suki, Maine, is that dog, dig, I try so hard. You know, that's pretty brilliant. That's smart. Kill off all the old people, and God, how many millions of dollars will they make by doing that? If someone dies, their Social Security is null and void, right? They stop receiving Social Security. Their family doesn't receive their Social Security. It would be null and void, right? Like if I pay into a system for 50 years and then I turn, 65? How old you got to be to retire? I'm going to be working till I'm 80, so I don't even know the retirement age. Hopefully by 80, though, I can be running some sort of like, I don't know, some kind of community program where I can be everybody's grandma and help people learn how to sew and garden or some shit. I don't know. But that's actually brilliant. That's a great way to think about it. Like, so I, Walker, you agree too. That I never thought about that. So if I pay in and then I turn 65 and I retire and then I die at 66, the government doesn't have to pay me any of that money back, right? Yes, indeed. That's crazy. I wonder how many elderly people passed away that was due to get Social Security, and like, that's just the side of the iceberg. I mean, there's so many other financial reasons that the government would want to kill them off. Insurance probably, along with some other stuff. Hello. Then the kids also sell when their parents or grandparents die. Oh, their property. That's right. That's another thing that I was reading about. You know, this generation, my generation actually, has received more farmland than any other generation before, and they've sold it off. How sad. Do you know how much I would kill to just have a square to spare so I can plant me some maters? Like, seriously. Sad. These geese are over here right by my table. I hope they don't attack me. Government would possibly pay to surviving spouse. Big developers, yeah, I know. You could get some chickens. Hell yeah, K-Bird. I'll be able to talk them. I speak fluent chicken. I'm fluent in chicken. Sorry. But it'll be fun. Inherited 38 acres of farmland. Congratulations, Glenn. I bet it's beautiful. There's nothing like land, honey. Nothing like land. Yeah, Lisa, what is the retirement age? It was less than a year. Sorry. Back to what I was talking about. From thought to research to test trials to production to market was less than a year for the COVID vaccine. We would typically see, as someone said up here, longer than 10 or 15 years, as we read online too. It could take 10 to 15 years. What the hell? What y'all doing? Don't you come over here, man. I ain't got no food. I think you're cute, but... Dang, he's big too. He looks like he could beat me up, y'all. He looks about 35-pound bird. He looks like he'd gouge my eyes out with his beak. Look, he's looking right at me too. I think he will smoke. Listen, those are endangered species. You can't do that. You'll go to jail. If he comes after you, the best thing you can do is run. Less than 12 months. You know, the last time we were talking about this, I could have swore that it said less than 9 months or right at 9 months. The H1N1 pandemic influenza vaccine also became widely available within 6 months of the start of the 2009 pandemic. So we've seen this strand before. I didn't even know there was a pandemic in 2009. H1N1 pandemic 2009. Jesus Christ. Y'all, it's so nice out here. H1N1 2009. Oh, God. Oh, it was the swine flu pandemic. That's swine flu, not whatchamacallit. Anyway, sorry. Side note. So even the swine flu, they had 6 months till the vaccine was out for that in 2009. In my opinion, that was probably the blueprint to see if COVID would work. Because we don't typically see them rushing to put these things out. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's 62. That's what I was going to look up. Thank you, Lisa. What is retirement age? Generally falls between 66 and 67. While you can start receiving benefits as early as 62, taking them before your full retirement age will result in a reduced monthly amount. Conversely, delaying benefits beyond your full retirement age up to 70 will increase your monthly benefits. Retirement, yeah. So it's like 67 for those born in 60 or later. 67 is full retirement. Good to know. Well, like I said, I'll be working till I die, so. What is wrong with y'all? I think that people are brain dead. I do. Hey, Crystal. It's not well. It's not well. But, you know, I'm going to come here every day and I'm going to try to be positive and try to make money so I can try to get myself out of this situation. Could be worse yet. I'm working right now. Thank you for supporting my channel. Y'all, I'm gonna have to go soon. That phone's on 8%. When it dies, it dies. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm tired. I don't feel good. I'm still going through my roller coaster, you know? So, I honestly almost didn't even come out here. And that was after I got my salad and everything that I needed from somebody else's house and got a ride out here. I almost wanted to turn around and go back to the woods, but I knew if I did that I would be super depressed. So I decided to get up and just work through the day, try to get out here. I'm definitely gonna get some rest. You know, I stopped taking all of those like over the counter sleeping meds, and I went back to like melatonin, a low dose, like 1 gram or maybe 2. And it does work. The lower you can go, the better you'll sleep. That's kind of crazy. You would think the more you have, the better you'll sleep. But not necessarily. It works, but better in low doses. Better in low doses. I ain't been in the news lately, and then all of a sudden I woke up this morning and all of a sudden I was back in the news. Have y'all noticed that I go through moods where I'm just like, I don't want to do this, and then I'm like, oh, I want to do this. Let's talk about this. You know, it probably comes from the uncertainty from day to day too, you know, the stress and everything, trying to find news and content, stuff that you care about, stuff that needs to be highlighted. I still never talked about those honor killings. And recently, I did tell y'all about that one story where the father went over there to kill his daughter at the school recently. He tried to kill her on campus in front of all of her friends. So he was trying to wed her off to somebody in Afghanistan, and she didn't want to go. And he showed up, the father and the mother showed up to school, and the father jumped on the teenage girl and strangled her. There's surveillance footage of this, and you can literally see her body going limp, and you can see her going unconscious, and she's also convulsing. I mean, she's like, literally chill bumps. Creeps me out how you could do that to your child. Anybody. It'd be one thing if it was some weirdo, but this is your flesh and blood, and you're mad that she doesn't want to go to a foreign country that she's only been to once and marry some random guy that she's never met at all. You know, I think that there's a lot to be said about bringing your children here from other countries and expecting them not to be Americanized. They assimilate because they're children, you know. just like the Yasser Sadid story where he shot and killed his 2 daughters in the backseat of a taxi because he wanted to wed them off, and they were Americanized. These girls were Westerners. Yeah, you're Indian or Syrian or whatever, but your children were raised here. Your children growing up, their friends were American. They played with American toys and watched American culture on TV and bought American things from the store. It's a little far-fetched to expect your child to just be willing to move to another country and marry some random man. That's not a custom that we have here. Arranged marriage is illegal here. I think that old habits are hard to kick, and that arranged marriage shit. I can understand it's your culture, but if you bring your kid here to assimilate and they assimilate, or you have a kid here and they become a Westerner, I just think that, and a lot of those people that come from the Middle East, their religion, it doesn't speak highly of women. The women are viewed as property. And so that leads to a lot of honor killings where the father will flat out murder his offspring because his offspring will not obey his orders. That's one of the great things about living in the West. Women have rights. We do. We're not respected. We're not honored like we should be. Oh, thank you so much, David Jessup. But we do have rights. Your father cannot marry you off here, and if he does and they find out, the authorities, he's going to jail. And you'll be rescued. You ain't gonna see that shit in the Middle East when the Taliban has you trying to sell you off. So you bring your life here, your wife here, you have children here. You yourself, in some manner, start to assimilate. You open a business, you have a family. It's kind of ignorant to think that your children would believe in your customs that they were never accustomed to. They never even experienced that. And now you want this girl to put on a hijab all of a sudden and move to the Middle East. It's like, but wait a second. For the first 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 10 years, yes, you're hearing me right, 10 years of age, they start wedding off children in the Middle East. I've heard it lower than that. Yo, I'm just literally covered with chills. The hairs on the back of my neck are standing up. It's crazy. It's crazy to expect to wed off your child and your child be comfortable with it when for the first 10, 12, 14 years of their life, they were able to wear spaghetti straps and cute little skirts and makeup. And then they turn 14 and you're like, oh, baby girl, guess what? I know you wanted to finish high school, but I got a husband in Syria for you. So you're going to be catching a plane. You're going to be on there for like 36 hours. And then when you get there, you're going to marry that guy. Think about how horrific and horrifying that is for a young teenage girl. Y'all, it pisses me off. It really does. I think it's a culture problem. I think it's a law problem. I think it's a religion problem. There's only one God. There's only one religion. God, and Christ is king. And I'm not saying that you can't believe in what you want. I'm saying that it's wrong to believe in something that harms other humans. Plain and simple. Thank you so much again, David. That's so funny you say that, I Walker, because you see how Mexico City is being destroyed by Mexican citizens because they're pissed about all the Americans coming to Mexico. Is that not funny? Not the pot calling the kettle black. Oh, but it was no problem when all of your problems came to our border. But now good law-abiding, tax-paying American citizens who simply can't afford rent here move to Mexico and all hell breaks loose. We said, we don't want your criminals. They said, we don't want none of y'all, criminals or not, just don't fucking come here. We don't want you in Mexico. Can't make this shit up. I mean, it's hilarious. They are literally burning and destroying their own city in Mexico. I saw one Mexico City, but I know that there was a lot of riots. They're calling it riots too. Peaceful protests. And there was nothing peaceful about that shit going on in Mexico. So what has happened is so many Americans have fled to Mexico that it's causing property taxes. Just like what happened here when we had mass immigration of illegal immigrants flowing in our borders. It made the rent go up. It caused inflation. Remember? So it just so happens, as it just so happens, this will happen no matter where you go when you get mass quantities of immigrants, as it just so happens. So the citizens of Mexico are pissed because they feel like they're being pushed out of their properties. It's a full circle moment, and I love it. I love it. I love it. You know the difference between those people from America that went to Mexico and the people that came from Mexico that came to America? A good majority of the ones that came from Mexico, they came for nefarious reasons, and we saw that. They raped and killed women and children. Jocelyn Nuggeray was 12 years old when she was killed by two guys from Venezuela. They raped and murdered her and left her body in a ditch under a bridge. It's crazy. The difference is that the Americans that are going there, they have jobs in America that bring them a decent amount of money that they can survive in Mexico, and they can't have the life here that they could in Mexico with the income that they have. You know, you really need to make about 6 figures nowadays just to survive. $100,000 is like perfect if you have one kid, you know? It's crazy. It really is. If I had rent, I would be spending somewhere, let's say $1,200 a month. What is that, like $15,000 a year, a little less? I don't even make that a year. Not to mention gas. Well, I don't have gas anymore. Well, I do have gas because I have to give people gas money to take me places. As a matter of fact, I spent $100 on gas already this week. Sure did. Listen, I don't make the rules. I just put the gas in the tank and pray that make it there. Yeah, so all of that stuff adds up, and you would need 6 figures if you were a single parent to make ends meet, and then you would still be struggling probably. Even if it's you, and you got a car payment and insurance and a mortgage. So these people that make a decent income, they move to Mexico for a cheaper way of life. They work an American job. And now the citizens of Mexico, it's caused problems in the city. Well, fortunately for you, they're not criminals. Yeah, they're going to contribute to your economy. They're going to help it flourish. And fortunate for Mexico. I mean, shit, if we would have got that deal, I would have had no problem with them people being here. If they would have been law-abiding citizens that weren't trying to soak up taxpayer money while living off the hog while I was starving, couldn't find a damn job, then maybe it would have been a little different and I'd feel differently about it. But you get what I'm saying. It's crazy. And to destroy your own damn city that you... First you say, this is our city, we need this city. And then you destroy it when too many people come into the city. Well, that's not very smart. It's kind of counterproductive. Oh, that's a park ranger. Real Americans are supporting themselves and not looking for free stuff. I'm glad to see that there's park rangers and stuff here. You know? You never know what could happen. I wonder when my phone's going to cut off. I'm going to talk to you guys until it cuts off. Oh, God. I couldn't afford my truck, Travis. It's too expensive. I only made $400 a month for 6 months in a row. My truck payment was $700. The gas in it was $2,000 a month. The insurance was $150. Regular maintenance was running me about $100 a month. Even if it was just windshield wiper fluid. Oil change cost me $160 the last time. Then I had to purchase 2 sensors, which was $250 for 2 tire sensors. Oh, and then I had to fix my AC. That was $1,200. Remember that? Oh, and what about like the 4 sets of tires that I purchased in less than 2 years? Do I need to get into the expense of that? YouTube simply does not pay me enough. They don't. I would, to have that truck and to live out of that truck, I needed to make around $3,000 a month just to live out of that car. And I've shared these receipts over and over and over. Anybody that's ever lived out of a car that had to use their car to go to the bathroom, go to the gym to shower, go to work, go find parking, go find somewhere to pee the next morning, go find somewhere to eat. Anyone that's actually lived out of a car and they had a V8 engine, they will tell you that what I say is true. It's crazy. I have a job. Thank you. You see this? I got a job. Thank you. Thank you for supporting my channel, JJ. You're awesome. Why don't you find a rich guy to give you a truck? Because I have morals and values. That's what put me in this situation. Someone said, I'll give you a car. And then they played games with me for 20 years. It's crazy. Oh my God, Johnny, I am so sorry. No, unhide. I'm sorry, Johnny. I thought you said I suck ass. You said Callie sucks ass. It does. I don't want to say the people do, because I actually met some celebrities that were awesome. Snoop Dogg, the guy from Sons of Anarchy. He kills Opie in the show. Big old teddy bear of a man. I mean, he's huge. We looked him up one time. I can't remember his name. Who else? I feel like I would have to go back and look. I have like videos and pictures and all of that stuff from 2014 on an iPhone 6. I would have to go back and do some digging. Maybe I'll find some pictures someday. No, can you? Can I watch you do a backflip? My aunt can. I got an aunt. You want to see him? Here, hold his top hat. Hold his coat. He's going to flip. My eyes go cross. He's going to flip one more time. Give me back his hat and his top coat. My aunt does backflips. Why is everybody moving to Texas? Shit, I don't know, man. Maybe like land. Maybe just like land, Y'all, my phone's going to die. I don't know why. I like Texas. I've never been, but I think it's nice. I would move there. Y'all, this got really long today. My eyes are crazy. Really long. I'm going to run, and we will talk later. It's about to storm, and my phone's on 1%. It was on 5, and now it's on 1. But I love you guys, and we will talk tomorrow. And pray for me, please, because God knows I need it. And